On this episode of Searching for History, we're at American Camp on San Juan Island. So American Camp was established in 1859 and ended in 1872. In this obelisk here, it says the first officer in charge of American Camp was Captain George E. Pickett, 9th U.S. Infantry. You might recognize that name. That's Pickett of Pickett's Charge. Oh, that says here, as arbitrator, Wilhelm I, Emperor of Germany, decided the San Juan case October 21st, 1872. And this little monument was erected in October 21st, 1904 by the Washington University State Historical Society. I will do a quick summary of the Pig War and why American Camp was constructed. If you want a detailed explanation of the Pig War, watch our video on the Pig War, which I will link here. In summary, in 1859, an American shot a British pig. This led to a standoff between the United States and Great Britain, where both sides built up military forces, but in the end, this was a Cold War that never went hot. The British built a fort called English Camp, and the Americans built a fort called American Camp. This video takes a look at American Camp as it exists today.
We're at American Camp. Just right here is the laundress quarters. Let's go see if we can see anything inside.
Is the door even open?
I don't think so.
There's a fireplace in there.
Looks like they're still making it restored.
Yeah, I don't know. Could this even be an original building?
I mean, they put a foundation under it.
Hard to say. It just seems unfortunate that they're not flying the American flag on the flagpole. Not really sure what that's all about. So that's Canada over there. Or is that the Strait of Juan de Fuca? And that's that actually might be the Olympic Peninsula over there. Yeah, I think that is the Strait of Juan de Fuca. Apparently this behind me is the officers' quarters. When Captain George Pickett abandoned Fort Bellingham in 1859 to set up here on San Juan Island, he dismantled many of Bellingham's buildings and brought the materials here. This officers' quarters was built by Pickett using some of the former post's materials. The double frame quarters was a duplex and first housed Pickett and First Lieutenant James W. Forsyth. A flurry of camp construction in 1867 to 68. Fort Bellingham materials were used again because the Army was reluctant to spend money on a post it expected to abandon. When the camp did close in 1874, there was nearly 30 buildings standing. All the 30-some buildings are missing, and so I'm thinking these have to be replica buildings that are here now. It's hard to say just looking at the building, other than it's hard to imagine a building from that era to still be here, but I'll see if I can confirm that, that these are actually replicas. And there's no looking inside this one. The window's really dark and the shutters are closed. So We'll just have to look at the outside. The Americans, in preparation for an attack by the British that never came, built up their defenses by constructing this redoubt. Named Robert's Redoubt after Henry M. Robert, the engineer in charge of constructing it. Redoubts are a fort or fort system, usually relying on earthworks. It is meant to be a defensive structure to protect soldiers and can be a permanent or hastily constructed temporary fortification. So you can see the earthen bank along here, and it's either been dug out or built up, but you can see the bank as it goes around the redoubt. This is actually pretty cool. Wow. Okay. So this bank was built up, and then this feature here, this looks like where one of the cannon would have been placed, right in this spot. And it looks like there's 3 of those, another one over there, maybe one in this corner. Yeah, this is kind of built up. Looks like a cannon would have been here. Another there. Maybe even another one in that corner. And then it's kind of a lower area for protection behind this, the bank, behind the redoubt. Wow, what an amazing view. And this looks like it was cut to create a slope here. Look at these really big boulders. I imagine they're probably erratics that are strewn about. You can see why he chose this position. There's an incredible field of view that would have been very difficult to attack without being fired upon, you know, the entire time you're coming up these slopes. See if we can get a different perspective. And for those of you that are geology buffs, look at the size of this erratic. It's pretty incredible to think a glacier left this here. And there's a plaque on it honoring Lieutenant Henry Martrin Robert, U.S. Engineer, 1859, placed by Governor Isaac Stevens, Chapter Daughters of the American Revolution, and other chapters. The highlight of American Camp is Robert's Redoubt. You just don't see earthen redoubts or any kind of redoubt type feature in the Pacific Northwest. The panoramic view from the redoubt is really spectacular. Well, that's our video on American Camp. I hope you enjoyed it. On the next episode of Searching for History, we will be visiting English Camp, where the British garrisoned their Marines on San Juan Island.
Don't forget to like, share, comment on this video, and please subscribe to this channel.
Thanks for watching.